Welcome to Malcolm Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcolm and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm Reed. Got my lovely, talented wife, Miss Southern Shell, here on my side of the table. Shell, how are you doing?
I'm tired.
You're tired.
You've been gone all week, and the dogs have been on high alert.
We've got Tyler out today. Jacob's filling in on the board, and we've been down at the Smokehouse this week doing some exciting stuff. It's wrapping up, and we brought in a special guest today, right?
Yes,
Mr. Ethan, and help me with the last name, Ethan.
O'Keefe.
Ethan O'Keefe from Grilla Grills, and Ethan, you came in town. First off, thanks for coming down and hanging out with us here in Mississippi. We're enjoying it. So y'all know Shell and I have been talking about our smokehouse, not a lot in depth, but what we've been doing. I'm trying to create me an area where it's kind of a fixed indoor style setting for doing the videos, the content we create. And Ethan, you kind of saw what we were doing. And I've been cooking on the Grilla Silverback for a while, and I've had a relationship with Grilla for a while.
Yeah.
And you contacted me and mentioned that y'all had the outdoor kitchen setup. It's kind of modular deal, and I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's modular outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. So I was starting that Evolve Your Backyard campaign, just something I pitched a few months ago, and got approval on all that and wanted to move forward with it. I thought it was a perfect opportunity, great timing for you when you're building your smokehouse. And I'm glad it all turned out.
Yeah. So Ethan sent us, there's a 19-inch cabinet. There's a sink fridge combo.
Yep.
There's a corner piece to make the L shape.
Yep.
There's a 31-inch cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
There's the full grill cart that the Silverback sits in. But I think you can put
built-in cabinet.
Yeah, you can put. You can also put the Kong in it. I think it's adaptable.
Put the Kong, the OG, and the Silverback, and then we just launched the other one. For the primate. So we've got one for all of them now.
So you could build all that into an outdoor kitchen. That's you know what, the big thing about it to me is it's affordable, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've priced some outdoor kitchen stuff and I was like, man, or to have cabinets built, it ain't cheap.
Yeah, and you're stuck with it.
Yeah, and you're kind of stuck with those fixed ones. I like these because they are. If I decide to change that shape up, to move any of the components around, to flip it.
Yeah, you want to add a grill, add anything, you could flip it on the whole other side, make a different configuration.
Yeah, that's what's cool about the modular ones, and they all have like these adjustable feet. So I'm gonna let Ethan talk about how we set them up because I can cook all the barbecue stuff, but them tiny little machine screws and all that stuff, that's a little bit tricky. But it wasn't that bad.
No, I feel like we need to back up just a little bit.
Sure. Take it, Shell.
No, I mean, so we've been building this outdoor kitchen area, and it's a pretty big area you've got set up out there. And for a minute there, it was nothing but a big, wide open space.
Yeah.
And this week we came in, y'all brought the Grilla stuff and set it up and turned it into an outdoor kitchen.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was what I think you were shocked when you came down because we went. You guys came in town Tuesday, and we kind of lined everything out what we were going to do the next day, and we actually filmed setting some of this stuff up. I think we got some cool footage, but we put all the pieces together and arranged it. I had the only other grill that I brought down first was the Outlaw because I kind of wanted to see how it would fit with the Grilla Grills and all the cabinetry. Man, it looks sleek.
Yeah, that
Outlaw.
It looks like we know what we're doing.
Too.
Yeah, it looks like it was made. Yeah.
It couldn't look better.
And so we did, I did a bar. I mean, I guess it looks like I've got a drinking problem because I put a bar inside and a bar outside, but it's a film bar. We put, that's what it's for. Cause y'all know at the house where we do videos, I'm always behind a counter or whatever. And that's important for when you're trying to get pictures of food or doing the recipes and all that. So I wanted that fixed island, and we did that out of brick. I can't move it. It's fixed. But everything else behind it is completely interchangeable. I can move the grills around. One thing I did that I really liked was we put in that screen, and it made getting all those grill components in. Like you're not worried about going through just a doorway.
So what screen are you talking about?
It's like
Explain that.
So it's I guess it's probably 8 foot tall, and it's probably
you left a big opening,
6 foot wide. Yeah, it's almost like a garage door, but it's all screen. And it's motorized, so you just hit a button and you can make it go up and down. And that lets me roll in Outlaws, bring all those cabinets in. Any grill that I want to put inside the Smokehouse outdoor cooking area, I can easily do it with that. And so that's one thing that I thought was neat. I didn't even know. I got the idea from Mark's father-in-law. You know, he did his whole outdoor in those motorized screens. Like every screen's motorized. I said,
even his windows?
Yeah, I can't afford that. But we can do one. Shell said we could do one. So that's really all you needed, though.
Yeah. Speaking of the screen real quick, we were taking bets on who's going to walk through it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the dog.
You think so?
It was coming through there the other day.
That's one thing. Yeah, I guess you got to keep. I don't know what happens if you do that. Call the screen guy back. I think it was Mobile Screen is who did that for us. But that's pretty slick.
But anyway, before y'all ever showed up, you had made like a cat. Like y'all talked about what you wanted and what space you had. Yeah. You actually made a CAD drawing.
I didn't. I had one of our engineers make a CAD drawing. I sent him, kind of that picture and layout that you sent me. Gave it to him, and I was like, "Hey, man, can you CAD this up? I kind of want to see what it looks like. I think it'd be something really cool to include in that film we're doing too." So he CAD'd it up, and I mean, it looked awesome. So and it looks identical to what we put in.
So when did y'all start selling the cabinets?
In the past few years, Mark and the team saw the opportunity, and it's a great opportunity and great way to set up the future of how we're showing that we really can evolve your whole backyard. We've got the whole system, so we can build all of our units around the outdoor cooking system and the outdoor kitchen. It's opens up the door for a lot of good future product development. Even if, not everything's going to be in the kitchen, but we want it to at least look seamless. Everything's going to look aesthetically pleasing if you do choose to put it in your kitchen or, additional SKUs to where you can build it into your kitchen.
Yeah, so it's all on Grilla. Is it GrillaGrills.com?
Yeah, GrillaGrills.com.
And you buy these pieces individually. So if you don't want you can buy whichever component you want. So if you just got a grill and you want to put a cabinet for storage beside it, you can buy one piece.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool. So for any size backyard or outdoor area could have one of these. You know what? They would even go in a barbecue trailer. Like if you were trying to put cabinets in your trailer, you just had like the one wall across the front of the trailer and you wanted to do a sink and, a couple cabinets, they would fit perfect.
Yeah. No, we do sell them in like 3 and 4 piece bundles.
Yeah.
But also individually if you don't need the whole thing. We will be updating our website soon. In the next couple months, and we'll have like a full outdoor kitchen builder on there, so you can the dimensions of where you're putting your kitchen. You can go in and select and actually like build your package there.
You do a car online now,
exactly. Yeah, so that's
or like Home Depot does for you when you want to do your kitchen and they got the cabinet person in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Like you can do the little floor plan for it to see if it'll fit or how it would look.
Yeah.
So how hard is it to get somebody to do the whole CADed 3D rendering thing like you did for me?
He did that in like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they've already got the CAD of all the files, so
they're just putting it together.
Yeah.
The cool thing about that is
can't say that we'll be able to do that for every customer.
Yeah.
So don't expect that, but
it is cool, man. It is cool. Yeah, it gives you an idea of how it would look and what space it would take up.
Yep.
But the dimensions for everything are on the website. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had the idea, like I knew how long my wall, like where my wall space was, and I was like, okay, it'd be better to L it this way. And if I had the sink over here, so I had the plumber, put my pipes in the right places, and I gave you the measurements, and you said, well, it'll look like this, and that's when we got the drawing, which I thought was real cool.
Yep.
You could build your outdoor kitchen one piece at a time if you wanted to.
You could,
and use it. Buy a cabinet, set it there, and
see if you like it. What amazed me was so each piece took roughly 20, 30 minutes tops to put together.
Yeah.
Because they come with, of course it's got good directions, but it's pretty much most of them the same size screws. There are some little flat sink screws that go down, but the way
is just how we did it, stage it out, put all your small pieces up there on the counter, all your big panels laying up against the side. So, all your hardware is separate. Because I've assembled them in small spaces. It's not as enjoyable.
Yeah. But they're pretty movable, when you get them put together, they're not that bad to move, but they're super sturdy.
How heavy are they? Like put together your typical
The
base?
top's the heaviest part on it because it's, what is it? A porcelain top?
Yeah, it's porcelain top.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it here.
And what's the bottom?
It's all metal, stainless steel, so it's not supposed to rust.
Yeah,
that's what's cool about being outside with it. So these can get rained on. It's not going to ruin them if they get weathered. If you had them out, with the cover, or even have y'all ever done some with no cover at all, just setting out?
Yeah, no, you can just wipe them off. I mean, if you're in a place where you get a lot of pollen, like it's going to help to have that cover. Yeah, but you can wipe it off pretty easily.
It would be cool if y'all had like covers made for them. I guess you could put a tarp over it or something. But
we've got some covers too.
Do they? I didn't see those on the website.
We're working on a modular system too. So with that outdoor kitchen builder, you can also build your kind of customized cover as well.
Yeah.
And it'll be like you'll basically build it because each cover is going to be for each cabinet SKU. So if you don't have all of them, you can leave that one off. It'll be modular to where you can Velcro them all together. And then if you just want to use your grill or something, you want to keep the other covered. You don't need access to the outdoor kitchen. You can just pull that grill cover off.
That'll keep, like if they're sitting out and kind of in the elements, the pollen, dirt, all that stuff off of them, just keep protect them even more.
You won't have much maintenance on the Smokehouse. It's going to be nice.
No, that is good about having it enclosed. You don't have to worry about it too much.
So it's porcelain on the top?
Yep.
So what's the benefits of porcelain, or why did y'all decide to go with porcelain?
It's heat resistant. It's super, super easy to clean, and it's durable.
So you can set stuff right off the grill, right on top of it,
and it's not gonna
exactly.
Yeah, like if you laid a grate on it, or if you took a hot pan right out the smoker full of meat, you can set it right on that countertop.
Yep,
not gonna phase it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of them are plastic,
Yeah,
they can burn.
Well, it's like ours are granite, and I've actually stained. I mean, you can't see it a lot, but it stains out there.
Yeah.
Setting stuff on it that I shouldn't have, and I know, but man, you're in the heat of battle out there fighting the grill. You said, you pull stuff off and set it on there, and
those countertops, they're UV resistant too, so that's a big part of it.
So they're not gonna fade.
Yeah,
that's important too for outdoor kitchens.
So when they ship those things, is like shipping included on the price on the website, or shipping extra?
No, it's shipping. Shipping's free.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Yeah.
So the price is the price.
Yeah, the price is the price. Yep.
And you can't beat that.
I've always liked how Grilla does the, direct to consumer. It's website to consumer. You can't go to a store and buy it, and you cut out that middleman. You cut out that middle cost. You get a better.
Helps us a lot. Yeah, we can be super competitive.
Yeah.
With that structure.
That's why.
You know what's real cool about it, Shell? The Price is Right had the whole outdoor Grilla kitchen on there.
Did they?
It was like
the same. I think it was the same setup we built. They reached out, and we sent them, and it was on like prime time, like CBS. They had a night for like a outdoor family theme night.
Yeah.
And they reached out. I guess they were just looking at outdoor kitchens online, and we sent them. And it was aired on there. Someone ended up winning it too, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Showcase Showdown, you get the Grilla outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, that was the last place I thought I'd be,
Did you get to go?
No.
They didn't fly out there?
No.
So was it a prize pack, or was it the Showcase Showdown, or do you know?
I think it was just the prize pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a little bit of a Price is Right fan from my childhood.
Heck yeah, who didn't watch Price is Right before the Duckham soap operas come on? Young and the Rest?
No, it's like, man, I guess we're gonna tap into those 70-plus-year-old consumers.
Yeah.
Anyone that's retired.
That's right.
That's when you start really getting serious about your outdoor kitchen too.
Yeah.
I mean, for a long time we've had I wouldn't even call it an outdoor kitchen. It was an outdoor covered area.
Yeah, it was.
And it was nice, and you had 2 bars. At our old setup, you had the 2 bars, and you had an outdoor area to put your grills, but it never looked really professional, or it was just grills.
Wall-to-wall grills.
Yeah, it was just grills, and leaves would get in there in the corners, and
it stayed filthy. I mean,
it stayed dirty and stuff.
Every single day that you went out there to cook.
So I like the fact that these modular cabinets give you that look. It looks professional. It looks nice. It doesn't look like some grills in a line on your back patio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to hire somebody to come, build it.
That's right.
It's pretty easy to assemble.
That was the big thing. I mean, some of them were heavy. They're pretty heavy. So you need like a little 2-wheeler to move it around.
Yeah.
And then someone to help you stand them up and stuff. Sometimes it's a 2-person job.
Yeah.
But you can invite a couple
You've done
buddies.
them solo, I'm sure. But
I have. It takes a little longer, but 2 people definitely helps.
Yeah.
How many of those have you put together?
Recently I've put together quite a few, probably 7 or 8 just in the past couple months. So it kind of helped me, I think, for this week too.
Yeah. Do you have to still read the directions?
No,
Yes.
maybe to identify all the parts that look the same. But,
Yeah.
No.
They did a pretty good job writing the instructions. So.
But you can invite a couple buddies over, grab a case of beer,
Yep.
Yeah.
put your outdoor kitchen together in one day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we did.
We
Yeah.
did the whole thing, and we thought it was going to take a full day. I think.
Yeah, it was half a day.
Yeah, half a day.
I was surprised by how fast it went together.
I was too.
Once you start. Now, there were, I said you used to ship them. You said they were pretty much assembled. You just had to put the feet and some doors or something on some of them, right?
Yeah.
But now they've kind of packed them down to save on some of that shipping cost and make it easier.
Yeah, flat pack.
So they come, yeah.
Yep.
But to me, that helps. Like, you're going to have less damage with them because you know how shipping is, man. We see it every day.
Yeah,
I mean, shipping companies will just thrash your stuff.
Oh, I know.
mean, it's a wonder how they do it. But I mean, with those, they seem pretty sturdy the way it's packed. I mean, I guess if someone did drop it off the truck, it might break something. But
yeah. And then you don't have 6 pallets showing up to your front door either.
Yeah,
that you don't know what to do with.
That's
you know,
right.
You live in town, like you got to worry about all those pallets. So.
Yeah, how do those come to you? Like when you, from a consumer standpoint,
They'll ship on pallet. Yeah, they'll put everything. Since it's flat pack now, you could probably fit your whole kitchen. I guess I brought down a lot of it in my truck, but
yeah,
you could probably fit that on 2 pallets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they'll just lift gate it off right for you.
Yep.
And that's all included in the price?
See, that's what's crazy because most of those companies I know, when we try to ship something like that, they throw that $250 lift gate
$750 sometimes,
It depends, but yeah.
Yeah, they just do it through a logistics company. That's why we asked for a phone number because we need someone to be there so they can schedule a drop-off for it and, right at your doorstep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's easier than going and buying it and hauling it back home.
So which one's your favorite Grilla? So do you have the Grilla Grills in the kitchens at your house? Are you cooking on them now?
I'm in the middle of building it now. I've got the grills, but I'm in the middle of putting the kitchen up.
Have you got a favorite one that you cook on all the time? Or
I cook a lot of steak, so I use the Kong a lot. Okay. Ceramic Kamado.
Yeah.
But if it's like, a weeknight, I don't feel like getting the charcoal burn and getting that thing heated up. I use the Silverback all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's been mine. I mean, what was cool about it to me is with the app, you can start it from your phone. It's like the only one I know you can start from, and I don't know.
Now, you've had grills that had that technology, but you could never get it.
To get them to work, right?
Get it to work.
But the Grilla one works right, but I can be sitting at the office and turn it on. By the time I get home, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know how good that is for everybody, though.
Yeah, that's a big discussion we've had at work, just liability stuff. We are going to roll a new app out, and I don't know if that's one of the features we're going to be able to keep just for liability.
Well, if you can do so, I would give that up if you can let it control multiple grills. Because, see, I've got grills at the Smokehouse, and I've still got my grills at home.
That might be coming, Malcolm.
So you're saying you don't want to leak anything, but you may be able to control more than one grill on it?
No, you will be able to.
You need to barbecue at multiple locations.
Well, you never know.
Well, so right now, like the app is like, so if I've got a Silverback that I'm running and a Chimp at the same time, I'd have to, if it's set on the Silverback, I'd have to actually remove that grill and then do it with the Chimp. So the new app will actually be able to control both at the same time. You can monitor all the temperatures.
Okay. Okay.
But
so that makes sense. Like
that startup feature, I think, is why they were kind of worried because when you can control multiple grills and say you've got cover on one of them and you accidentally start the wrong grill. So that's the end of the scale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
You fire one up.
You forgot about it. Have y'all tested?
They definitely got to take that off.
Yeah. Have you tested to see what happens when you fire up a grill with a cover on?
No, I haven't. I think I know, but
yeah.
It's gonna be a melty mess.
Yeah.
I wonder if I guess it would get hot because it's got the fan pushing air and it's got to go. Oh, it'd blow it up.
What do you think? It'd build up a pressure underneath the cover?
Yeah, blocking the smokestack.
It'd just fill up and then combust, and that'd be a good little video. What not to do? You got one we can try.
We might have a scratch and dent.
Scratch and dent. See what it does.
That seems like a job
for the sake of legal sake.
The other night, I said, "Do you want me to cut that grill off?" Because I walked outside and I could hear the grill was still on. I said, "Do you want me to cut that grill off?" And you went, "Oh, don't worry about it." And you pulled up your phone and turned it off. I was like, "That's pretty cool."
It is very handy. I love the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you don't realize how much of a benefit it is, but I use it all the time.
Do you ever use the monitoring part, Mel?
All the time.
Like the meat monitoring?
So when I do I've done overnight pork butts, I like to put them on before we go to bed. It's linked to my phone. I'll put the probe in it, and you can set your temp. So, I'm watching it all night. Yeah. And it'll send you alerts if the pellet gets low or whatever, what the grill's doing. But I've tried doing that with some other products, and it doesn't stay connected in my house. I guess you've got walls that you're going through and everything, but I honestly haven't had a single issue with Grilla not connecting.
Yeah.
And it even sends you a message like when the grill shuts down, it lets you know what it's doing. That technology, I know they come out y'all were one of the later ones to the game on putting it on a pellet grill, but when they did it right because it's super easy. It's really like consumer friendly.
And we'll have a new controller and stuff relatively soon whenever we roll out the new app as well. What I use mine a lot for is like if I'm doing pork butts. I just did one a couple weeks ago, and rather than getting up to rest it, at like whatever 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll just shut the grill off.
Yeah,
let it rest in there for a few hours.
Just let it hang out.
Yeah.
Do you drop the temp or you just turn it off?
I just turn it off.
Yeah,
because that chamber's still gonna hold it for a couple hours.
Yeah.
So
my biggest thing if I could tell you this just face to face on a podcast, I gotta see a bigger grill, man.
We got a lot of projects working right now.
That's my complaint with the Silverback is I wish it was a little bit bigger. I mean, it's a great size. You can do a lot on it, but when you cook as much as I do, it's like, and I guess everybody, bigger's better. You think bigger's better on grills. I guess you can get 2. Yeah,
that's been a big conversation and focal point. We've heard a lot of feedback about that. We take a lot of that into account for our product development, and we've got some exciting projects along those lines. That's not all I'll say.
Grilla has been that's been a brand of smoker. It has to have been for over 10 years or more, right?
Close, around 8.
Because I remember the first one, and they didn't call it the OG back then. It was just a Grilla Grill. It looked like I always called it the R2D2.
Yeah.
It's the one like Mark Lambert had one. I was like, well, Candy Weaver had one too, a long time ago. And it's got the sliding door on it, and it's kind of like I guess it takes after a Weber shape, just for the great cooking surface, and it's all below it. And those things cook like a champ.
They cook chicken really, really. A lot of people use them for chicken.
That being our first grill, like people still rave about it just because, if we go to a show or they see photos of it, people are interested because it doesn't look like a normal pellet grill.
Do y'all still sell those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Y'all still sell those?
Yeah. No, yeah. So we've got even our product development team. So we've got our new projects coming, but we're not neglecting all the old products. We're actually updating all of those and kind of doing 2.0 versions of those.
So you won't see a phase out. They'll continue to sell those at that price.
Yep.
That's good to know. That's one thing I do like. Grilla seems to listen, to consumers. When you ask for something, I know they've come out with a lot of cool things. Like I call them a wing rack. I don't know what y'all call them, but it's perfect for cooking chicken wings.
Yeah.
Is it
like the jerky rack?
Is it the jerky rack? Yeah. It's the perfect wing rack.
Explain that. What is it?
It goes inside. I use it in the Silverback, but it's like a rack system that's got 3 tiers that you just set on your original cooking grate, and so it gives you. I mean, there's another rack in the Grilla, but I never really used that one. I'll use that wing rack or jerky rack the most to cook different stuff. I mean, you can put ribs on. I've cooked ribs on it. I know you can do pizzas on it.
Mark loads it up with pizzas.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff on it, and it gives you a lot more cooking space. So we even used it at camp for doing our smoked summer sausage. We were making summer sausage and smoking it.
Yep.
We used it for that to stack. I think we got in the Silverback. We had 12, 2.5, 3 pound sticks of summer sausage in that thing because of that rack.
How did you notice it cooked
it cooks really even. Yeah. We didn't rotate. We just keep it low as low as it'll go the whole time.
You didn't notice any hot spots?
No, I hadn't noticed it on there cooking wings but I mean, when I cook wings, I crank it up anyway.
Yeah.
Now that is so with the smaller grill like the Silverback is. What's y'all's square footage? It's like 7 something square inches. With those smaller ones, you don't have as much
the
different temperatures across the grate. You run into that with the bigger grills, but the grill is that size grill cooks pretty even all across it.
I think that size grill is perfect for your average family.
Yeah, it is at that price too.
Yeah, what's that price? Just curious.
$8.99.
$8.99.
That's with the cabinet. If you want the like the AT cart, it'd be $1,099.
Yeah.
Bucks.
Delivered. And that's delivered, right? Yeah. That's to your door.
Taxes and everything.
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to ask about did y'all do some research on outdoor kitchens and people get more interested in outdoor kitchens? And
yeah, it's been a huge theme, especially since COVID. People, are cooking a lot more at home. That's kind of when the industry started taking off a little bit, and saw a great opportunity just to continue to build off that because people want it. A lot of it is people that like to entertain and have people over, have family over. Everything's right there. Did a lot of market research about it.
I find that pretty interesting because I'm not out there cooking all the time, but I want it to look nice when we have people over and we're hanging out. And
well, it's an extension of your kitchen.
Yeah,
inside
it kind of is.
Just the being outside, and that's what we enjoy doing.
And you don't have to dirty and smoke up your own kitchen.
That's true. Oh, it still gets dirty.
Well, so all the components, I guess, except for the actual grill cabinet, could work with any grill. You could set. You don't have. You could set those up, and they're gonna go seamlessly if you've got a freestanding propane grill that you like, or if you've got another smoker that you want to set around it, or just use those components for storage and stuff. That's what's cool about these.
Because that's all I've got at my house right now is just like the 31.5 inch, the 19.5 inch. Yeah, and it's super nice because I can put all my tools and everything in there. Keep it all the greasy stuff, pellets, and then I'm not running in and out.
Yeah.
So is yours covered where it is, or is it uncovered?
It's on a covered patio. Yeah.
That was what I was wondering. If they do get rained on, are those inside of those cabinets? Are they going to leak? Are you going to get water on the inside if you got your pellets in there? Or
no, they're going to be fine. No rust issues or anything with it being stainless steel. We haven't had very few complaints about the kitchen. So, and
they're up off the ground. You probably got 2.5 inches of adjustable space. Yeah, because you can level these, so you don't have to worry about if your ground's not exactly level in your grilling area. You could just simply roll these wheels out, and it's pretty steady.
Yeah, my patio's got a little pitch to it just for drainage into the yard, and that's what I got to do. So the top will look completely seamless. You just kind of level those outside feet to make your countertops level.
They do have straps you can get to, with our pieces. We didn't lock them together because they fit so well out in the cooking area. But if you wanted to make it almost like a solid unit, you could put those straps on the back of them, hold them together. You could even caulk the lids to where it looked like kitchen cabinets on the inside, where all of your cabinets meet one smooth surface. But I was impressed by how well they butt up to each other to where you really don't even notice this.
Your builder did a pretty good job because it's completely flat. We just knocked them all the way down and
stuck them in. Yeah. But it does give you a little extra height and clearance. So if you want to wash off your grilling area, if you're pressure washing or just washing with the water hose,
you can
clean
keep
underneath
it higher.
You can spray.
Because I get a lot of grass and stuff under there if I'm meat eating around the patio, so I can just leaf blow underneath it.
And everything comes right out, keeps it nice and clean.
We also have a sink. You've never had an outdoor sink?
No.
Ever.
Water hose.
And I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and that one can if you don't have a place to plumb it in, you could just run that flexible hose out through a water. It has a water hose adapter where you could run it away from your patio. Yep. You could probably run it into some kind of catch,
or like that
bucket or something. You want
underdecking or something.
Yeah,
that goes to your gutter. You can run.
You could run it into that. Yeah.
Like that old sink we used to take with us to
the barbecue sink. Yeah, it's kind of it's a lot like that mobile sink that you like, a little fish cleaning sink.
Yeah.
Except this one's it's an undermount. It's wide. You could get some pretty good sized racks in that sink to clean them and stuff. Yeah. And it's decent size. It comes with it's like a commercial sprayer on it.
Yeah.
I was shocked at that. That was one thing that I unboxed and you think you're getting this outdoor sink. It's just going to have a generico gooseneck thing on it. No, this one's got it's heavy stainless.
Yeah, like a restaurant.
Yeah, it's got the big weight on it that pulls the cord back. It's got different pressures on it. You can push the button on the side. It's just like the one in the house on the kitchen faucet. And it's pretty cool. It's got some power behind it too.
It does. And
this one, so we've had it to where we can hook it right into our sink drain on the opposite wall behind it in the kitchen. The hot water, cold water comes out, so it's right there ready to go. It's like a regular kitchen sink.
You got the plumber coming soon to do that?
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming actually Monday, so I should have it all plumbed in.
And
we didn't do that. That's one thing we didn't tackle. I didn't want us to have to cut the wall to get the water supplies in. So,
and the beer fridge is pretty nice. Did you put any beer in there?
Got to have that. Huh? No, I haven't put any in it yet. I need to because cold beer is important.
Because you're gonna kind of modify it, right? Because
and so where the plug is,
so you don't have to bring it off the wall.
That's right.
So what now?
So where I did my wall, they have like on the back of the panels, they have like circles cut for your power cords, and so we're gonna have to go in there and but my outlet's like behind the 19-inch cabinet, so for it to set flush, I'm gonna have to drill a hole and come through to get back to that.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but the refrigerator it gives you some room. It doesn't slide like all the way back up in there, so you've got a couple inches, I guess.
You probably got 4 inches of clearance in the back.
So, but it's a cool little beer fridge.
I
guess you could put whatever you want in it.
Yeah, could you throw your meat in there and stuff?
You could. I don't see why not. Is it lighted? I didn't.
Yeah, it's got a blue. It'll have a
blue
cool,
light to it.
If you've got your lights off, it'll have a cool
blue
light that you can turn on.
That's cool.
So we built this smokehouse it's on some land that we own out in the middle of nowhere. But it's right there at Malcolm's little hunting house. So you kind of get the hunting house and you get the smokehouse is right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of set up for y'all to crash and hang out and set up for guests. Yeah. So you were down there. You stayed 2-3 nights down there. I wanted to talk to you about what was it like just staying at Malcom land?
Much nicer than the deer camps I grew up staying at. So no, it was perfect. And I told him, I was like, man, your wife must be doing all the decorating because it looks pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Y'all will probably see some of it on some of the videos we're going to release because Shell came in the indoor part and just bloated out the water. I mean, the back, all the shelves and everything.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet.
Yeah. You still got some more to do?
Oh, yeah.
Right. We hung Frank up.
Who's Frank?
Frank is the big wild boar that we got from our friend Frank up in Michigan. And so we're calling him Frank. That's his name. Named him after Frank.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's on the wall over the fridge.
Every good smokehouse needs one of those.
Yeah, you got to have a wild boar hanging up there.
I moved it it's been at the office for a while. I moved it from the office to my car. You kind of have to bear hug it to do that, and it's super gross. It's it's too realistic, You're
looking at it right in the face while you're toting it.
He's real rough and.
But no, we brought some of our trophies that we've won over the years, and then we've got some favorite bourbons and spirits that I like to drink sitting on the wall.
So you said you were like, I want to put some bourbons and things on these shelves, and you said, I guess I need to go buy some. I was like, well, let's see what we got.
You hauled in 4 tubs.
It was this is from the office, some was from the house, some was from
already down there.
Down there.
Yeah.
But once we got it on the wall, I was like, I don't think we need to buy any more right now. I didn't realize how much you had collected over the years, and how much people have given you and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. All of it's consumable, though.
Oh, yes.
It's not like I'm hoarding it.
You're not a collector that doesn't drink
it? No, I'm not a collector that doesn't drink it. If it's sitting there and we put our eyes on it, we're probably going to open it. Just about all of them's open. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of them that is open. Yeah. And if they're not open, there's another one like it that is already open. Yeah. I hate when people are like, I'm going to keep this bottle forever and ever,
Yeah.
Like we went to a party one time and somebody brought this really nice whiskey out and they poured everybody about this much and set it out. And then they put their top back on it and put it back in their car, took it back out to their car, put it back in their car.
Oh, man.
And I mean, it's their whiskey. They can do with it what they want. But my thing is, if, I don't care how much it is. If we're having a good time, we might drink the whole bottle,
Yeah.
We might knock it out. And
don't drink it like it's Jim Beam.
Yeah. We might drink at least Jim
He was telling me to help myself to whatever, and I'm seeing like custom bottles that say like Killer Hogs on it.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that, man.
Yeah. Well, those.
Hey, the guys that gave me that, they told me specifically enjoy it because they can get more bottles. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can have more bottles made.
Yeah, he's got one that's got the Ole Miss National Championship engraved in it.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That was real cool. Shout out to Jack for sending us the Woodford with Killer Hogs and stuff.
That was a huge bottle of Woodford he sent.
Yeah, it's down there now.
See, he had sent me one and had my name on it, and I kept it for a while, and then, I don't know, times got desperate, or we ran out.
Ran out of Woodford at the house. It's Sunday, you're out of Woodford.
Yeah.
Open the Shell's bottle. We drank mine too. I think the original one. I think I filled it back up. So why not do that? I mean, who cares if it's open?
Did you fill it back up with Woodford, or did you fill it back up with?
No, it's got Woodford in it. I like Woodford. It's one of my favorites.
Well, this weekend is actually Father's Day weekend.
Oh yeah. I gotta go see my dad.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And I was like, what should I get Malcolm for Father's Day? And I was like, he just got him like
a smokehouse.
A smokehouse.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
He's okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's kind of like a dream come to life.
I've also never
really
seen
is.
a deer camp or a smokehouse with a guest bedroom. So.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I mean, you have a guest house to your deer camp.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like a pool house.
Yeah.
That was what I told the builder. The builder had to tell them to get the permit. He's like, we're building a pool house. I couldn't tell him it's a smokehouse. They're like, well, that's not going to beat fire code, you know?
Yeah.
Even though you're out in the middle of nowhere. But maybe I shouldn't talk about that. I don't know.
You've got an exhaust system.
Yeah, I've got an exhaust system in there. It's fine.
So how'd the exhaust system
Fire
work?
extinguisher. It works good. I mean, so I was kind of concerned that when we fired up the first grill, I mean, it gets, when you up on initial startup, they smoke. That's what they're supposed to do. And, as long as you cut on the exhaust system, a few minutes, it pulls it right out. And it takes a few minutes. And it gets a little, there was some smoke gathering, but it eventually pulled it.
I can still smell my hat.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's a good smell.
Yeah.
I got in the shower last night, and I was like, yep.
I was like, so the smokehouse name fits it, right?
Yes. Definitely.
And it's going to be,
but it wasn't a bad, dirty smoke smell.
No.
It was a nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I want to season that room. I want it to smell like a smokehouse when you go in there.
I bet your neighbors can smell that from
away. Yeah, at the house they do, like all over our neighborhood now.
Yeah.
When we fire them up, everybody knows you're cooking because it just gets in the air.
We did look to see if that, because we'd never used that evac. Is it evac?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Smoke evac.
Smoke evac. So we'd never used it before. We went to see if it was actually working and step outside, and you could really see the smoke getting pulled out. Yeah. I
do have one of those big ass fans in there, and it kind of works against it because if you could probably reverse the fan and it would help, but you don't want to be pushing air down while you're trying to evac it up.
Mike
you just
works
shut the
against
fan
it.
off.
So we just shut the fan off, let the exhaust fan pull it out, then you flip your fan back on, and you got air circulating again.
Mikey told me he tried to reverse it.
Yeah.
And he said the smoke came up so fast that it wasn't pulling it out fast enough, and it was pushing it back down.
Yeah.
So it was kind of creating
I think it worked better just to
let
kill the
it go.
fan, let the exhaust pull it out, and then turn your fan. But I did notice this, when we're out there and you're seasoning meat with the big fan, it's a little too, you can't run it on high because it's blowing your rub everywhere. It's more of it's coming back on me than it is going on the meat when you got that fan rolling. So it'll put out some air.
Can you turn it down to low?
Oh, yeah. It's got 6 speeds. 6-speed fan.
You coming on up in the world.
On up. Got a 6-speed fan. No more chain pull, high, medium, low.
We got to roll some smoke on some new products, too.
We did, yeah.
Not something we can talk about a ton.
So what did y'all cook?
We did a New Orleans style barbecue shrimp, and
what'd you cook that on the
silverback? We did. So it was, we'll have a recipe coming out for it, but it was, the Worcestershire, the butter, the lemon, seasonings, the shrimp thrown in, the French bread to dip it all. That's the best part.
I think so too. The shrimp's good, but the bread dipped in the.
Can you see a difference so you're putting your cast iron in the pellet grill? I'm sure you can taste the difference and when you're cooking that sauce and everything on the pellet grill as opposed to on a stove top. I
think you get more of that smoke flavor in it because I mean it is. I use my pellet grills as an extension of my oven instead of doing it inside.
Yeah.
But there's a subtle essence you get. It's not overly smoked or anything. It's not like you're putting the smoke to it because I'm cooking at 350 on it. But still, it does give you some flavor that I like.
Yeah.
I think you get that essence of smoke that's not overpowering, but it's still, I mean, it's just cool to cook outside on grill.
Oh, if it's going in the oven, it's going in my pellet grill.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. We did, so we got to go to Arkansas, was it the week before last?
Mm-hmm.
We did some trout fishing. On the way back, we stopped to get fuel, and of course they had some food inside these little gas stations, how they do down in the South. And you and Michael went in and got some sausage and biscuit or whatever y'all got, chicken on stick, I think. Was it?
Yeah, chicken on stick.
And then I saw this lady was putting out something, and it was skewers, and it was something wrapped in bacon. And I was like, ooh, what is that? And she called them like brown sugar barbecue chicken on a stick or something like that. And I said, I'll take 2 of those. And so I got them, and when I bit into it, it's like melted in my mouth. You could tell they had a smoker out back doing them, but it was, and so I said, I'm doing a video on that. So I did some of those too. And I basically took thighs, trimmed them up a little bit, cut them in half a slice of bacon, and just wrapped it around them, and then they stack them on a skewer. So it's chicken on a stick. And then
bacon wrapped chicken on a stick.
Bacon wrapped chicken on a stick. And then I seasoned them just with barbecue rub pretty heavy, and then coated them in brown sugar on all sides. Just let that hang out while the pellet grill came up to temp, and then we put them on that Grilla. I cooked them on like one of our raised racks, so they're easy to move. You don't have to worry about the bacon falling off or anything. And would they run about an hour and a half, I think?
Oh, really? They ran that long?
Yeah, because I cooked them at 275.
Okay,
And I wanted the bacon to kind of brown up, so I slowed them down a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the end, I took them off and brushed them with sauce and put them back on and glazed that sauce. And man, I called them barbecue chicken littles because they're like little bites of chicken. Man,
they were good.
They were good.
And then the prototype, the grill we may not talk about, I don't know, but it's pretty sweet.
I'll just say we'll have a big announcement coming soon. No pun intended.
That nobody knows about.
No pun intended.
It is a big announcement. Yeah, it is a big announcement. But we cooked, we did a butt overnight. We did a couple racks of ribs. We did probably, 5 or 6 pounds of whole chicken wings. We did about, probably 10 pounds of smoked sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we even did some corn on the cob, all on the same grill.
It was a Price is Right spread.
It was, yeah. And then we put it all on a board and took pictures with it and all that. So Mark was there with us the whole time. Actually, Mark and Mikey and Jamie came down. We had all hands on deck. And me and Mark kind of tag teamed that. He did the ribs, I did the wings, and Mark hung all the sausages on there. And we let that butt run. Like we went to dinner. We went down to the Como Steakhouse and got us a steak. I wanted to give them a little taste of Mississippi. So when we go to deer camp, it's like the beginning of deer season, like night before opening day. We all of us get together and go to Como. And Como is this old fashioned steakhouse in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi, but everybody knows about it. Because we were on a Wednesday night and it was packed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was completely full.
Yeah. And so
some nights it's 2-hour wait to get in there.
Yeah. And it's one of those places where you order your steak, it automatically comes with a salad, and they want the salad. They want to know how you want your baked potato.
Yeah,
that's how it's coming.
Texas toast.
Yep. And then we had to get the mushrooms, the fried pickles, of course, a couple cold beers.
Those come with it too.
So how did you think Como stacked up? I
thought it was good. It was it on charcoal?
Yeah. The charcoal grill them right there in the restaurant. I don't know if you noticed, but those guys are cooking them in pits right inside out in the dining room.
Oh, I didn't see
that. Yeah, when we walked in
that back room.
Yeah, we went to the side, and if we'd have walked straight back, we'd have walked by both grills.
No, I got the 14-ounce ribeye. Man, that was good.
It was good. I didn't eat all mine. I brought it back, and Mark whipped it up. We had like steak and eggs the next morning, biscuits.
Yeah, Mark wasn't at the Smokehouse this morning, so we didn't get breakfast.
We didn't eat breakfast. Yeah,
he's a breakfast
I told him last night, I said, don't expect breakfast in the morning, because when Mark's here, he gets up and he cooks breakfast for everybody. But we didn't eat it this morning, though.
Hey, one of the things we were talking about, those skewers, I was talking to Nate yesterday. I was like, when you were doing that, it's like, man, I've done a lot of stuff the same, like maybe buffalo chicken or something wrapped with bacon. It's like if you put it on a skewer, you've only got to flip it like
one time
instead of flipping every little individual piece. And I was like, man, there's a lot of things that I could skewer that I normally don't.
Yeah.
No, and then you just slide it off to serve it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You don't have to serve it on the skewer too. I've done that a lot too. Those make great appetizers. I mean, I guess you could eat a whole skewer of them for a meal.
They were pretty good. Like I had 2 or 3. Yeah.
But you could go all kinds of different ways with those. It's almost like, I did those chicken bombs where it was like jalapeno with the cream cheese in it, with the thigh wrapped over it, wrapped in bacon. You could do mini versions of those and then wrap them and stack them on there.
Oh,
it's almost like roll-ups, like when you do deer roll-ups or, dove roll-ups or something like that. But I kind of just used the chicken thighs and went barbecue flavors instead. Yeah.
You were talking about, you said, I think that'd be good Asian flavors. And
I think it really would. Like you marinated the thighs, did that, and then did kind of like that General Tso's type sauce or something on it. I mean, that would be really, really good.
Yeah. But to me, Como is one of the best steaks houses around. It just walks in, you smell it,
Well, and it's, the building it's in, it looks like it's 200 years old.
Oh, it is.
It probably is.
Cool. That was one of the major stops of the railroad back in the day. That's why the farming industry was booming, and that's where I guess they would cattle and cotton. That was all big there.
Is it all local beef there then?
Yeah, it's Mississippi. They had a sign up. They get there. It's like Mississippi Cattlemen's Association.
Okay.
So they are cooking. They're trying to cook local like that. They actually, I should have walked you by it and showed you, but they have an old like meat box right there, like by one of the grills. And if you wanted to go pick your steak out, you could have went and picked the one you wanted, and they would have cooked that one for you.
How do they keep up with that?
I don't know.
When they're throwing
they do it though. Yeah, I guess they got some kind of marker they put on it. If you pick the steak out, you get it. One of the big things they do at Como, and nobody, the ones that know about it, is their salmon. They cook their salmon on the same grill they cook their steaks on. So the whole time they're like basting their steaks and stuff, and it's all on the grates and dripping down. So if you're cooking that beside it, yeah, it's not a place like if you don't like, how some people, the weird people say, are you cooking meat on that grill? You don't want to get nothing that you can't have meat cooked on.
Yeah,
because it's all got meat cooked on it, but it has that steak flavor the salmon does. And Nate, the camera guy that went with us, I've never seen anybody got it, but he got the big pork chop. Dude, he said he tried your ribeye. He said the pork chop was better than the ribeye.
Yeah.
It was like a double thick. I mean, it was a monster.
I thought Waylon's gotten it before and said that too.
Has he got it?
Yeah, I thought so.
One thing I don't like there is the lamb. It's not one of
a little lammy.
A little lammy, yeah. I try to steer people away from the lamb when we go.
Yeah, Mark gave us the same
conversation
don't eat the way down.
Yeah, he told y'all don't order the lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not known for our lamb in Como.
But no, I'm excited about the Smokehouse. I'm excited about the possibility of having people down. I feel like we got a cool area to host people. They can come and hang out and.
Oh, I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've already invited Ethan back during hunting season, so we got some other ideas of stuff. We're gonna do some buck junkie stuff and have some fun with it because really Grilla they're partnered up or same kind of parent company owns meat.
Yep.
Which is a big processing brand. Like they make the grinders and the stuffers and all of that stuff. So we can do full on like go out, harvest a deer, make sausage on it, turn it into smoke, make smoked sausage, summer sausage, whatever we want to do, all right there. And I think that would be cool to get some content.
That'd be awesome.
Doing some of that processing
people
stuff.
People love the field to table stuff.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Field to table right there.
That's pretty cool.
At the Smokehouse.
I mean, y'all have kind of done that this year.
We did it. We did it some. We were,
we didn't get the content.
We got some of it.
Yeah.
Me and Mikey did on the Buck Junkies channel. We made sausage. We made breakfast sausage, and we showed off some of that meat stuff, and then we also made some smoked summer sausage that we did use.
And it was good.
But I didn't. But see, the thing with the summer sausage is you really need 2 days. And we were in hunting season, we were worried about going hunting. So we put it on and cooked it and didn't record any of it because we let it smoke overnight. And it was, we weren't trying to get footage of how you smoked it. We touched on how you smoked it, but we didn't get in depth on how you take it through and then how you bloom it at the end of the water and everything that you do to it to really get it good. But there's those guys, like we kind of, I watched the Bearded Butcher over and over and over. Those guys do an amazing job with some of their meat cutting and their sausage making stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, we took that and adapted it, their process. And for the first time to ever make homemade summer sausage, I think it turned out fantastic. And I pulled some of it out of the freezer. Did you try some of it?
Yeah, it was good. Because, I mean, sausage making is definitely an art. So, to get that consistency and everything, because a lot of times, you might have like a loose wrap or something. Like, no, that was a good.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go watch that video.
It was pretty cool. And it's not, I mean, it's one of those things that it helps if you have, a couple people doing it. But if you just follow the process, it's not super difficult. Yeah. It just takes it's some steps in time. That's all it is.
Technique.
Technique. It's all technique. Yeah.
How it usually goes.
There's an art to it. You're not wrong. I mean, sausage making is an art, working on the flavors and all that. Because we didn't mix our own. I mean, we just bought like a summer sausage kit, and then I bought the high heat cheese and I bought the dehydrated jalapenos we put on it, and that's kind of what you do to make it. I mean, there's some of those kits. So you can go to Academy or somewhere and buy, the High Country or whatever it is, or some of those different ones. Our friends over at Towns and Spices actually sell them. So we got the casings and the seasoning and the cure and everything you put in it all in one thing.
But that's something to look forward to in the future.
Heck yeah. So deer season.
I'm sure you do seasonal recipes for How to Barbecue Right? Like
yeah, we do.
So whenever it becomes like before deer season, say it's like October, November, do you do like venison recipes?
I've done some venison stuff on there. On barbecue, and they do fairly well. A lot. Back straps, stuff.
It's a little bit of a different consumer, but
it is. It is. But we've noticed that. I mean, people, of course, down all over, not just the South, but guys that typically hunt and fish typically barbecue too. So it's the same kind of, or we do, and that's what I've always said in my spare time. Off season, we think of barbecue in spring, summer. Well, when fall rolls around after football season, we usually go into deer season. And so I take some time off after Thanksgiving, from Thanksgiving to, end of January. Our deer season runs long. So we get almost 3 months. Shell would tell you it's half a year, wouldn't you?
It's a quarter of the year.
It is a quarter of the year. But then you're right back into barbecue season the other 3/4 of the year. So hard life. Don't have time for anything. Just barbecue.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, he just gets whatever he wants, doesn't he?
Hard work.
Just one of God's favorites.
No, I very, very blessed. I will say that. No joke. Who can barbecue and hunt and fish?
For a living.
You told me that was going to be my job when I was little. That'd be my dream job, So I got my dream job. I'd rather be in banking or finance. That's what I want to do.
Would you be there? Would you be there if Shell wasn't helping you?
Oh, hell no. I'd still be probably drawing buildings.
You might be at casinos, bellhopping.
Might be at casinos. That was a fun job. I always say that was, besides barbecuing, the best job I've ever had was being a bellman at a casino in college. I mean, the bellmen are hooked up. Everybody. I mean, you don't know what's going on. You talk to the bellman.
It's really a perfect job for you.
It is. Yeah, you meet all people from all over the world. I mean, talk to them while you help them get their luggage to their rooms and stuff. Get them whatever they need. Casinos buck wild.
Well, Mal, this weekend's Father's Day.
It is. It means I'm going to get a big steak Sunday, right?
Yep. So what would you
going to cook it? Last year, you and Michael cooked me one. You made the steak dinner.
Did we?
And it was fantastic. Oh, yeah, I remember it. And I got an egg cooker. And I've used that. I rolled my eyes when y'all gave me an egg cooker. Did I tell you about the egg cooker?
The deviled egg cooker.
Yeah. Mark was making fun of me for a rice cooker. And I said, I can top that. I got an egg cooker for Father's Day. And it's like this little round thing. It's got a dome on it, and it holds 7 whole eggs.
From Target or something.
Yeah.
It had to be like $5, right?
I think it was.
Was it like an as seen on TV thing?
No,
it wasn't even that.
No,
it didn't have a name brand. I don't think. Yeah. It's just egg cooker. It makes the perfect whatever size egg. If you want hard boiled, soft boiled, medium boiled, and it's super simple. Like it's so got a little cup, and it tells you how many eggs you cook it, and that's how much water you put in it. You pour that in the bottom. You put your eggs on there. Now, you do have to poke a hole in them. It's got this little, like, thumbtack thing.
But I think that makes them easier to peel.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
That's what, I mean, it's not hard to boil eggs. It's hard to peel eggs. That's my challenge. And so with this, I can cook 7, and I'm going to peel 7 perfect. There's no breaking the egg or anything. But it works. Dude, it flat works. And I've used it. I was like, I'm never going to use this. And we use it all the time. Deviled egg, I don't know to y'all, but deviled eggs are a delicacy to me. A good deviled egg.
That's a big thing in Missouri.
Oh, is it?
Every family event, yeah.
That's kind of the way we are. But, I mean, they go with barbecue, so.
We were talking about, we do a little inter-office contest around here. We've done dessert, margarita, soup, chili, things like that. And we've talked about doing a deviled egg contest, but could you imagine having to judge
12 deviled eggs?
Yeah.
That would be pretty tough. I hadn't figured out how to judge a deviled egg contest.
Yeah.
You would have some egg connoisseurs. And then you don't want to hang around them for 2 days. They got to get it out of their systems.
Are you a squirrel connoisseur then? Because aren't you judging a squirrel contest?
Yeah, I'm judging the world.
Yeah, that's right.
Squirrel cook-off. Squirrel's a fine meat. It really is. It really is. So we could do that when you come back. We could do a squirrel hunt, and then we can cook some squirrels. I might get Joe to come. I might get Squirrel Man himself to come.
Get some bacon wrap.
Squirrel kebabs. Squirrels all kinds of ways. You can make squirrel tacos, squirrel dumplings, stewed squirrel, fried squirrel, smothered squirrel, squirrel gumbo. You name it. It's just like bubblegum up shrimp. You can do it with a squirrel. Amazing animal.
Well, that's about all the time we have today.
Is that it? Well, yeah. Ethan, man, thanks again for coming down this week, for letting me get all the kitchen equipment. It's going to look so good in the smokehouse. We're going to get a lot of great use out of that stuff, man.
Yeah. No, not a problem. I had a blast. Glad you guys kind of showed me a little bit of Mississippi as well. Got to put the kitchen in, see the whole smokehouse. It's been pretty sweet to be a part of. Shell, thanks for the hospitality. Everything you did this week, everything was great. We've got a lot of exciting stuff, even just coming from this trip alone. Yeah. That Killer Hogs or HowToBBQRight will be pushing out, and we'll push a lot of stuff out on Grilla as well. So before
I forget, you didn't get to try blue plate mayonnaise where you were at camp, did you?
I didn't.
We didn't.
I actually bought some when I was buying some supplies, cleaning supplies.
Yeah, did you buy? We should have. Do y'all have blue plate mayonnaise in Missouri? Is it a thing?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're big. We're huge fans of blue. If you wonder why we have a blue plate, a big giant blue plate bottle there, we are. Shell is a certified mayonnaise eater. She's got her card and everything.
Spoon
and we
liquor.
talk about it every podcast. I'm not going to let it slip with it sitting there. We're going to talk about it.
It's about lunchtime. So
yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you didn't have breakfast this morning.
That's right,
Malcolm.
Yeah.
We'll go bug Mark to.
Man, if we can find some fresh tomatoes, I'll make you a tomato sandwich with blue plate, dude. You might move to Mississippi.
Taste of summer right there.
It is. That's it. That's what sets summer on. It's not summertime till you get that first tomato sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ethan, again, thanks, man, for coming down. We've really enjoyed it. It's been a blast, and we'll do it again. Shell, where can everybody find us?
Well, real quick, for Grilla, if somebody wanted to check things out, check out this outdoor kitchen, where would they go?
GrillaGrills.com.
GrillaGrills.com.
Follow us on social media, everything at Grilla Grills.
At Grilla Grills.
Yep.
Hey, Grilla
a lot
has
of exciting stuff just coming next few months, and then especially in the next 12 months, we'll have some big announcements. So
there's a heck of a Facebook community on there for Grilla Grills too.
Yeah,
y'all do a great job with it, and there's a lot of loyal fans.
Very loyal.
Those guys help each other and kind of inspired us to do our Let's Get to Cooking community. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, you get guys on there that just want to talk grilling and help everybody out. So
it's an awesome resource to have.
Yep.
But if you would like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram.
Well, we appreciate everybody listening today. We'll be back next week, and we gone.